For years, royal watchers have asked the same question. Why did Prince William and Princess Kate suddenly leave Kensington Palace? The couple had lived in one of the palace's most prestigious apartments for nearly a decade. It was the place where they raised their young family, hosted royal events, and built their public life together. Yet in 2022, they quietly packed up and moved out. Rumours quickly spread from royal tensions to secret plans within the monarchy. But recently, Princess Kate herself finally shed light on the real reason behind the move. And it turns out the truth is far more personal than many expected. Before their move, William and Kate had spent many years living at Kensington Palace, one of the most historic royal residences in London. Located in the heart of the capital, the palace has been home to generations of royal figures. It was once the birthplace and childhood residence of Queen Victoria, and in more recent times it became strongly associated with Princess Diana, who lived there after her marriage to Prince Charles. For William, returning to Kensington Palace carried deep emotional meaning. After marrying Kate in 2011, the couple eventually settled into apartment 1A, one of the palace's largest and most impressive residences. Despite the modest name, apartment 1A is far from a simple flat. The residence reportedly contains around 20 rooms spread across several floors. It includes grand reception areas used for official engagements, private family living spaces, staff offices, and beautifully maintained gardens nearby. William and Kate moved into the apartment in 2017 after extensive renovations that took nearly 2 years to complete. At the time, it became their main London residence. This was where the young royal family spent many important moments. Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis all grew up within the palace walls during their early childhood. The palace also became a base for the couple's royal work. From Kensington Palace, they launched major initiatives around mental health, early childhood development, and charity partnerships. For many observers, it seemed like the perfect long-term home for the future king and queen, which is why their decision to leave came as such a surprise. In the summer of 2022, it was officially announced that William and Kate would be leaving Kensington Palace as their main residence. Instead, the family would relocate to Windsor. At first, the news triggered a wave of speculation. Some commentators suggested the move was connected to shifting royal responsibilities. Others wondered if tensions within the royal family might be involved. But insiders close to the couple hinted that the real reason had nothing to do with palace politics. The decision, they said, was about family. By that point, Prince George was approaching the age where schooling and stability would become even more important. William and Kate wanted their children to grow up in an environment that felt less like the centre of royal life and more like a normal family setting. Kensington Palace, while beautiful and historic, sits in one of the busiest parts of London. The constant activity, tourists, and official duties made it difficult to create the quieter lifestyle they hoped for. And so the couple began looking for a different kind of home. In recent discussions and interviews surrounding her early childhood initiatives, Princess Kate has spoken more openly about the values she wants for her family, and those comments have helped clarify why the move was so important. Kate has long emphasised how crucial a stable and nurturing environment is during childhood. She often highlights the importance of time outdoors, close family bonds, and a sense of normal routine for young children. Moving to Windsor allowed them to create exactly that. Their new home Adelaide Cottage sits within the Windsor estate, just a short distance from Windsor Castle. Unlike Kensington Palace, the cottage is much smaller and far more private. Originally built in the 19th century, Adelaide Cottage has a cosy, traditional feel rather than the grandeur of a palace apartment. The house reportedly has just 4 bedrooms, a major contrast to their previous 20-room residence. But that simplicity was exactly what William and Kate wanted. Living on the Windsor estate means their children now have far more space to play outdoors, ride bikes, and enjoy nature away from the intense spotlight of central London. It also places them closer to their school and closer to other members of the royal family living in the Windsor area. For Kate in particular, the move reflects her belief that childhood experiences shape the rest of a person's life. Creating a calm, grounded home environment was clearly a top priority. In other words, the decision to leave Kensington Palace wasn't about escaping royal life, it was about protecting family life. While Kensington Palace will always remain an important royal residence and a base for many official duties for William and Kate, it represented one chapter of their lives. Their move to Windsor marked the beginning of another one, focused more closely on raising their children and building a stable family environment away from the constant pressures of London. And now that Princess Kate has finally clarified the reasoning behind the move, the decision makes far more sense. Sometimes even future kings and queens want the same thing every parent wants. A quieter home, a safe place for their children to grow up, and a little more space to simply be a family. But what do you think about their decision? Would you leave a historic palace for a quieter family home? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.